Hi, Alita. How you doing? Okay, good. Got your portfolio up. Thanks so much for getting it submitted. I'm going to go through the pages. I'm going to start talking just like as if you were sitting in front of me and I was um, reviewing your portfolio for the first time. And we'll just take a look at some things. And I'm just going to kind of be thinking out loud and talking and just making a list of requirements and recommendations for you moving forward. Now, I think that there's some really good things you've done with your portfolio. I think there's some things that we can really make better. And I'll tell you what, it looks like right now, and I've been spending about the last 15 minutes going through your pages so I can compile a nice set of comments for you moving forward. But at this point, I'm gonna stop this video for 1 second because I forgot to open something that I'm going to need for comparison. I want to show you an example of some other work. So I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Got what I needed. All right, so let's get started. Here's your cover. Now, your cover is, you've got your logo up here. Then you've got graphic design portfolio with your name. Now, and then you've got these lines. Now, these lines that you're using are, I know that you are intending to use them as design elements, but basically they're acting as leading lines, which means they're leading the eye around the page. And I don't know if you want to do that. As a matter of fact, I do know that you don't want to do that. So let me explain what happens. Okay, you have got your logo here, and then this line kind of leads over here to nothing. Then you have these lines here that just kind of corral the eye right over here going, all right, what am I supposed to do here? Then, of course, you have this line right here at the background that just kind of leads right off the page. My suggestion is to use just a white page with your logo and your name. It's a great introduction for your portfolio. Let me do something real quick. I just want to check your page size. Okay, you are at 14 by 11. Not bad. That's a pretty good. That's a good size. It really is. I think that's good research. Get rid of those rulers. 14 by 11. That's good. That's good. I think a really awesome page size is something more over towards the golden ratio, and I'm thinking more something like 8.5 by 13.75. And that's going to give you a nice rectangular page. I'll show you an example of that in 1 second. So it's really super dynamic page size, and I'll show you that in 1 second. Okay, so let's move on to the first page. Now you've got an About Me page, and you don't need that. Get rid of that altogether, okay? Then we move over to your actual work, and as I go through your pages, I'm seeing you've got this personal identity, and then you've got the personal identity so large that it's consuming more than 2/3 of your page. Now, don't forget, this is a portfolio. You want to show your work, not your type. So, by the way, I noticed that that's placeholder text, so of course that'll have to be changed now. So, on these pages you're using, gosh, you're pushing almost half the page where you could be, this is just valuable real estate, you could be using it to show your work. Again, here's almost 2/3 of the page being consumed by your type. I think we can rectify that very easily by selecting one area of your portfolio page, okay, right here. And let's say that's where you put your descriptive text. And that's it. Leave it there on every page. Okay, also, you don't really have to number your pages in portfolio. So there's your title and your description right down there. That leaves this whole area here on the page for you to show your work. Okay, for example, you've got personal identity, resume. You can show on the same page, you can show your resume, business card, and letterhead. And I think that might be really interesting. And if you set the page up the way I recommend, you will have room to do that. The other thing I think is you're doing, another thing you're doing is you're adding this gray background, which is kind of isolating that area and kind of drawing a disconnect between the actual title, the description, and the work itself. I recommend using just a white background page for all your pages. So we got that down, okay? So you get your type down and you just anchor it down there and keep it there on the same page for, throughout the entire presentation. The other thing I've noticed is that when you do anchor that type down there, notice that I want you to see something, okay? Now, here's your type. Now, I want you to notice the reason why we put it down there, okay? Now, watch. Here's the description. Now, I'm a guy going through your portfolio. First thing I'm going to look at is the description, right? So here's my eye right here. Now you ask my eye to jump way over here. Okay, so it jumps over here. Now you ask it to jump way up here. Okay, now it's up here. Okay, now it's comfortable. Well, I just started to get comfortable. Now it's back down here. Okay, I'm starting to get comfortable. Oh, now it's way up here again. Okay, now it's way over here. To see how you're making your viewer jump around the page every time they turn the page and have to go to that new area where the title information area is. So you don't want that to happen. You want a minimal eye movement throughout the page when you set it up. So you don't want your viewer to have to jump around looking all over for the information. It'll set a nice timing just leaving it down there. So you have your, this stuff looks good, I think. Again, are these lines needed? Are they really needed? See what I'm saying? Okay. Business card recommendations: name, address, phone number, fax, cell phone number, email address, job title, and your web address. So think about that right there. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so this is personal identity. Great. Now, sample book. It's not a sample book. It's just a sample sheet, it's called. And you want just to show 4 or 5 of your pieces on the same page. And the reason you do this is just to say an introduction, like introducing you to my work. Here we go. This is what you have in store for the next few minutes. Okay, so those should be grouped with that. They don't have to be very big. You don't have to use this big white background on there either, because you'll want to fit the other 2 pieces in there. Oh, the other 3 pieces. That's a good piece. I love that magazine cover, that book cover. Love it. Just love it. Okay, collateral. Now you're into your collateral design. Okay, you got your poster. That looks good. It looks like that image has been stretched vertically, though. Look how tall and skinny they are. Looks like that image has been stretched vertically. You might consider that, how that looks. You got your postcard. Good. Add layout and DVD cover. Okay, I wouldn't present two things on the same page. Okay, so in other words, you have collateral, then you have your postcard. Just show your 2 postcards. Maybe even get in there and show a close-up. Then you come over here, you have collateral, ad layout. Just show your ad layout on that page. Next page, collateral, DVD cover. Just show the DVD cover. Okay, and then this is your brochure, front, back. Good here. Now that should be probably confined to the same page, since those are related. Boy, those are some nasty pictures. Okay, so those are, I just get creeped out. I get creeped out when I see stuff like this. It's nothing you did, really. I just get kind of creepy when I see bugs. All right, so then you have your process book, DVD cover. You got some really odd spaces here up here in your. It says Vido, Ver, VD, Tarzan. Oh, it's the spacing. It's supposed to be Tarzan DVD cover. It says Tarzan D, VD Co, Ver. You want to check that, definitely. Thumbnails. Let's get those out there. Let's show those. Thumbnails should be big. Portfolio reviewers love to see thumbnails. So don't be afraid to show those. And I've noticed that a lot of your work is being presented really small. Like it's, you want to be proud of your work. You want to get it out there. Let's get it out there and show it. Okay. That's another reason why I want you to reformat the size of the pages. Okay. So you have a corporate identity process book. Good. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Your website, you definitely want to show some pages. Show screenshots of your pages on that. In your website. You can also definitely give the URL, but show screenshots of those pages. That looks good. This piece looks very good. Publication with your cover and your contents page. Good job there. Package design looks fantastic. And then your electives look good too. Okay, and so that's what I have. I'm sorry I'm almost at 10 minutes, but that's what I would. I promised I would show you. Remember when I stopped before to oh, I want to go through this real quick. Sorry, I'm going to go over 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's take a look at the cover letter. And I'm going to say it's the way it's designed. Okay, so right now you've got these lines right here, here, and here. It looks like they're in between the type. But that's really super cumbersome because your cover letter should be just a blank page, right? And then you add your type. So depending on the length of your paragraphs, these are going to change, these vertical lines, these horizontal lines. So what do you do? Type the letter and then put the lines in? See what I mean? They're different here. So these lines, I think, are just not doing anything more than separating your paragraphs and giving the illusion that they're completely unrelated topics. Okay, same thing with this. And they're not unrelated. They're very, very much related. For that reason, I recommend moving those. Just get rid of them altogether. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then we go to, this is, remember when I took a break at the very beginning and I said I wanted to load something up. I just want to show you, okay, final one thing I just want to show you. And now use master pages, and I'm going to show you an example. Why do you use master pages? Because of this. Watch your page numbers, for example. See how they're kind of, well, here's a good example, right? I'm trying to find 3 pages. Oh, this is good, because here's 4 or 5 pages today. Okay. Okay, watch this up here. Here's 4 or 5 pages that show the same layout. Watch this type here. See how it's jumping around the page as I move the page? That shouldn't be. Those should be remain the same. Same thing with this watch corporate identity. See how it's kind of jumping around? Use master pages. And when you use master pages, you'll see that those will be, those will be a template page, so those won't move around. The only thing that will change on each page is your actual work. Okay, so I wanted to show you an example. This is that wonderful page size. This, I think, is a 8.5 by 11, 13.75. Let me just check that real quick, and yes, it is. Beautiful page size, falls within a golden ratio. Want you to note the simplicity and the way that this designer used the page. Okay, there's a little quote to start. Look at this area right here. That area right there stays the same on every page. Okay, that's where the work is. Now, she's got it sectioned off kind of and gridded out so that she can use different setups. Okay, but nonetheless, they all fall within that grid, and every page consistently falls in that area. Another thing I want you to notice is look at the type. Every page, the type is located, it doesn't jump around the page, it's located the same spot on every page, meaning that the viewer is able to create this kind of timing to go through where they turn the page, they know the color, the explanation is going to be right there. So there's no having to turn the page and go, oh, okay, oh, it jumped up here, so jump up there, turn the page. Oh, it's over here now. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just very consistent. Note the wonderful use of white space. Okay, so I just wanted to show that as an example of excellence. I think you're well on your way. Good job. Thank you very much. I'd like you to continue working on your layout. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns whatsoever, please feel free to contact me. Thanks, Alita. Good job.